What up, world? Sorry, trying to get this right. What up, world? Welcome to another episode of Wrestling Life. As you know, I am the host, Brandon Janeau, and just like always, on all podcast platforms, man, BrandonJaneauShow is on all podcast platforms. Go listen. Uh, I think you can rate and review. I think you can review, rate it on certain platforms. But yeah, man, go listen to all the episodes I put out on audio on all podcast platforms everywhere. Um, Social media, uh, Facebook, The Brandon Janeau Show, Instagram and Threads, Brandon Janeau, and of course TikTok, Brandon Janeau Show. Um, where you really could go though is my YouTube channel. You go subscribe. I do comment back if you comment. Just be respectful. Just be respectful. I know nowadays that's a hard thing to do in this world we live in. I get it, but be respectful. But comment, leave a comment. If you like the vids, it helps in the algorithms to boost me up. So hope you guys enjoy this, man. Like I said, it is wrestling life. Craziness has ensued through wrestling this last couple of weeks, especially last week particularly. And I want to start here. So last night, Monday Night Raw. It felt like the Netflix premiere where it was a bunch of damn athletes, it was a bunch of damn celebrities, and they wanted to show, look how cool we are. We got a bunch of celebrities, and that's awesome. What they fucking do. But last night really showed me um, that this WrestleMania bill sucks. Last week is an anomaly. Last week was an anomaly. Let's really be 100. Last week was a fucking anomaly. The only reason why we kind of give last week the pass that we give last week, John Cena turning heel, Io Sky winning the title, LA Knight won back the U.S. Championship. But outside of that, this WrestleMania build has sucked, and it's still sucking. Don't get it twisted. Last week was last week, but from Royal Rumble to now, it still fucking sucks. It feels like they don't know what the fuck they are doing. And as much as people don't want to say that, I say it for you. It looks like WrestleMania 41's build sucks. It sucks. It's not good. It's not. It's not. I was started off with what happened in the main event last night. CM Punk and Seth Rollins had a fantastic fucking steel cage match. Going from what we saw Sunday compared to last night, I'll talk about that in a minute when it comes to AEW Revolution and how I feel about that pay per view. Um, but that was a great match between those two men. They played off of the idea of neither man wanted to escape the cage, even though you could escape the cage. Neither man wanted to escape the cage. Respect. Rollins opened up the cage after beating CM Punk down. It was like, you leave. Come on, leave. Punk opened up the cage and tried to do that the same thing to Rollins after he beat him down. It's like, you leave. Come on, leave. And eventually Seth Rollins getting taken out of the cage by a vindictive Roman Reigns coming back after being stumped like he was a fucking Mario character. Like, like he was a fucking mushroom in fucking Mario Brothers. He came back and inadvertently gave Seth Rollins the fucking victory, which is now and at the end of it all, he got his revenge on Seth, gave him a curve stomp, a spear, a curve stomp, tried to put him on the steel steps and give him a curve stomp on the steel steps. Only didn't just to turn around after security came out and stopped him. Only to look into the cage and see Paul Heyman consoling CM Punk. And he like, I know this motherfucker. I know this shit ain't happening. What the fuck is happening? He throws CM Punk into the cage. He spears CM Punk. He closes out the night with him putting ones in the air, and everybody is up in MSG with the ones in the air. And Paul Heyman's in the corner crying like, what the fuck just happened? And Punk is on the ground. Sets getting attended to outside. Pretty cool shot to end out wrestling Monday Night Raw. Awesome. Whoop de fucking do. Here's the problem. I have said this repeatedly. I do not want to see this triple threat match. I don't want to see it. I'm sorry. Now, if this is why I don't want to see it. What the fuck are they fighting for? Nobody can easily tell me why this shit makes logical fucking sense. You're gonna have a triple threat match for no stakes, nothing. Now, I'm gonna take some from what I heard last night from JD from New York, and I don't know his name. I think his name was Mike, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, man, if I messed your name up. Off the top rope. When I was watching him this morning, I'm gonna take both of their things. I think that the favor for CM Punk is still a title match. I don't think it's the WrestleMania main event. I think so many people got this idea that the main event is what he wants. That's his. Yes, he does want a main event, but I think it's a title match, man. I think that if you have had that card in your back pocket for that long, now JD from New York said something I thought was pretty interesting, which is, Punk is going to tell Paul Heyman he has to be his right hand man, which Paul Heyman, Paul Heyman, which JD from New York said, CM Punk, um, CM Punk's gonna tell Paul Heyman that he wants him to be his right hand man, particularly for their match, triple threat match. And I was like, yeah, that could work too. That's a pretty cool thing to do because you get a psychological advantage over Roman. But then I had to just sit back on and I had to think about it. I'm like, because then I saw the clip that they did when Roman and CM Punk sat for the Survivor Series War Games, and they sat there and they're at the table, and that's when he first said, Paul is gonna, Paul was in my favor pretty much for doing this, for teaming up with Roman and the OG Bloodline, right? So this is where I think the favor does come in. I think we have a triple threat match. I think it's the main event of night one, but I think that the winner of that match goes into the Cody Rhodes John Cena match. You cannot sit here and tell me that Cena versus Cody 1-on-1. I know it's heel Cena now, Brandon. It's heel Cena. What they fixed it? No, the fuck they didn't. They didn't fix this shit. Y'all are forgetting that John Cena hasn't wrestled a fucking 1-on-1 singles match since fucking Crown Jewel against Solo Sikoa, and he looked fucking horrible in that match. John Cena, who's shooting a movie right the fuck now, who just probably finished shooting a movie right now, that John Cena. You expect John Cena just to get into the ring and beat Cody Rhodes, who's been actively fucking wrestling for 3 years now? He's been in the main event of WrestleMania for the last two straight WrestleManias. And see, this is the thing. This is where people forget this shit. The last time we saw John Cena in an actual one-on-one matchup, he didn't look fucking good. He got absolutely fucking demolished by Solo Sikoa. And I'm supposed to now expect the John Cena I used to watch when I was a kid. I'm supposed to expect that dude to just pop the fuck up at WrestleMania 41. Before we got the Solo match, people forget he had a match against Austin Theory. And he fucking looked terrible in that fucking match. What the fuck are we talking about? This is the thing. This was my problem last year with The Rock. You're gonna put The Rock in a one-on-one match with Roman Reigns for 30, 40 minutes. That motherfucker is not going to be able to last 30, 40 minutes in a fucking one-on-one match. That don't fucking make sense. This is why I say this bill kind of fucking stupid still. It's still stupid. You're gonna put John Cena in a match against Cody Rhodes. Oh, I get it, cause he's heel Cena. He's just gonna figure it. No, you still gotta wrestle, motherfucker. I still have to watch this shit. John Cena has not been in a one-on-one match since Solo Sikoa at Crown Jewel. The fuck are y'all talking about? The fuck are y'all talking? He's been in the Royal Rumble and the Elimination Chamber. Two matches where you really don't have to do shit. And they gave him the win on a silver fucking platter. He didn't even have to do really anything to get that fucking win in the Elimination Chamber. What the fuck are we talking about? This bill still sucks. After the heel shit wears off, you're gonna really do believe, you're gonna be like sitting there and be like, nah, he's got a point. Stop looking at the bells and the fucking whistles. Stop looking at the lights. I don't give a fuck. I'm done with that. Now I'm actually paying attention. Bro, Cody and Cena in a actual one-on-one fucking match. Cody should win that regardless. I don't give a fuck if you heal Cena. He should win that regardless. Because I've not seen Cena in a one-on-one match in at least 2 fucking years. In 2 fucking years. I haven't seen this fucking dude in a one-on-one match. The fuck are y'all talking about? No, at least a year. At least a year. He wrestled solo at Crown Jewel in November of last year. I haven't seen this fucking dude in a one-on-one match since then. And even before then, he's been in tag team matches where you could kind of cover up that he doesn't have to go. Now again, maybe he's got a ring and he's practicing and he's getting back into shape and maybe he fucking is. I don't fucking know. But I haven't heard anything. Have you? You're putting John Cena, who's damn near 50 years old, in a ring with a man who's been wrestling for 2.5 years at peak efficiency. And y'all don't think nothing's wrong with that. And I get it. It's wrestling. Yes, we know. It's predetermined, young lady from AEW. We know it's predetermined, bitch. we, we know it's predetermined. But even in that sense, you think a 50-year-old man could go 30 fucking minutes in a ring with a man that's been wrestling for 2.5 years and main eventing WrestleManias back to back to back? Again, bells and whistles. This has to be more. This cannot just be John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. It can't. It has to be more. It- Again, they fooled y'all with the bells and whistles of last week. Now let's really talk about this shit. They fooled us. I'm not gonna act like y'all got the only one. No, I got fooled too. But then I had to sit and actually think about this shit for a second. Yo, John Cena's got to get in the ring with Cody Rhodes for 30, 40 minutes. This is the same argument I had last year with The Rock coming back. The Rock is old as fuck, bro. You cannot go in, and that's why that match worked for The Rock. It was a tag team match. He never really had to do too much shit. On top of that, he kept fucking mixing up the rules, which made it perfect because he couldn't fucking wrestle in a wrestler traditional fucking match. Because he's not used to that shit. He hasn't been in a ring in almost a fucking decade in that capacity. John Cena hasn't been in the ring in a year to that capacity. And now you expect him just to magically turn back the hands of time, knowing that he's 50 fucking years old, and just go into a match against Cody fucking Rhodes, who's the WWE champion, in a standard one-on-one match? That don't make no sense. There's gotta be more to this shit. And that is why I think the triple threat match is going to happen. And I think Seth is going to win. Which Seth goes on to the main event of WrestleMania Night 2, because Night 1's main event is not a real. Let me rephrase that. It's a main event, but it's not the main event. You know what I mean? Like it's not the main event. The main event is Sunday. That is the quintessential main event. That is the number. That is what everybody is paying tickets to go see. Cena Cody. That is what you're paying tickets to go see. If that is the case, night one's main event is cool, but it's not the main event. It's not Cody and Cena. It's not. So something has to give. And that is why I think this triple threat match is going to happen. I'm not going to fight this shit no more. It's going to happen. But I think the winner of this match gets added to the Cody Cena match. Now this is something and I was thinking this, but all the guy off the top rope said this perfectly, and he's right. There has to be a stipulation put in place. There's got to be. That's it can't fucking just be John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. It can't fucking be. I get it. Like I said, I get it. It's Hill Cena, Brandon. You don't understand. You don't understand. You gonna put that man out there for 20 to 30 minutes for a WrestleMania main event. For what fucking reason? He hasn't wrestled in a one-on-one match, one-on-one standard match in a year. And even in that match, he got squashed by Solo. And then he hasn't wrestled in a stand. And before that Solo match, he still hadn't wrestled in a one-on-one standard match since WrestleMania 39, and that was Austin Theory, which I'll be talking about later. But let's be 100. You gonna put Cena in a ring with Cody fucking Rhodes for 30 fucking minutes, and I'm supposed to sit there and be like, "But it's John Cena. He's Hill Cena. He's gonna figure it out." This is the same argument I had with The Rock last year. Bro, you are 50 years old. You think you could handle 40 minutes of a fucking standard wrestling match? Fuck no. You gonna get fucking blown up by 10 minutes in. Well, Brandon, Cena's been in these matches. He's done these things. Cena's been in the Royal Rumble where he didn't really have to do shit. And he's been in the Elimination Chamber where he didn't really have to do shit. What are you talking about? And by the way, he got put through a pod and was sitting there for at least like 5, 10 minutes. Got put through a pod and was sitting in a pod for like 5, 10 minutes and let Punk and Rollins wrestle for most of the fucking match. He didn't do shit. He didn't do shit in that Elimination Chamber. What the fuck are y'all talking about? You can't even use that argument. That shit's terrible. Then he flew right out and went to a movie. Come on, bro. Like, listen, I love John Cena. But again, there's got to be something to this shit. I think Seth wins the match. And that's when Punk catches in his favor because he's like, I want to win. I'm not letting Seth get this match over me. Fuck that. He's not going to WrestleMania night 2 to become WWE champion. I refuse to let him do that. And I think that's when you get the favor. I think they're about to start the triple threat match. And then when you're about to see it, Paul Heyman comes out. And he's like, you hear CM Punk actually go up to Paul after he loses and says, Yo, Paul, it's time. I need that favor. And Paul catches it, and he catches in that favor. And that's something that JD from New York said. It's going to be at WrestleMania. It's got to be at WrestleMania. Because it doesn't make any sense to keep stringing it the fuck out. It's clearly a WrestleMania favor. But I don't think because he's going to be in the triple threat match. So what the fuck do you need to use the triple threat? Why would he ask Paul Heyman to put him in a triple threat match that's already going to be pretty much made? That doesn't make any fucking sense. I like what he said, but I think what JD from New York should have said is for that one night, Paul Heyman is in Punk's corner, but it's not for night 1. It's for night 2. I think Paul Heyman comes out because CM Punk says something in that sit down with Roman Reigns, and he said, "Our wise man." I don't think he uses him for night 1. I think he uses him for night 2. Because if Roman's not in the match, that's why I say Roman has to lose. Roman has to take the pin against Seth. He has to take the pin against Seth. Seth gets in, but Punk goes up to Paul Heyman and say, I need that favor. I'm cashing in that favor right now. I need into this match. And Punk gets the match. Punk gets added to that match. Because here's the thing. He gets his hands on Seth Rollins. He gets his hands on John Cena. He stops Seth from getting the title. He stops John Cena somewhat of stopping. But also, Cody's odds go from having a one-on-one standard match against John Cena, somewhat, to now a fucking triple threat. So now I gotta prepare for Seth, who I wasn't preparing for, and now I gotta prepare for him on the fly. And now my odds even get even fucking worse because now CM Punk just got fucking added to the match in literally 20 seconds ago. Now I gotta fucking worry about him too. What the fuck is happening? Like, The Rock would accept that because here's the thing. He wants the belt off of Cody. He wants to take everything away from Cody. And how do you take everything away from Cody? You give him unrealistic odds that he can never get out of. A fatal four-way with Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and John Cena, because CM Punk and Seth are having a match. They're going to be in a triple threat match, but you can't do 3 triple threat matches on a fucking WrestleMania card. That's just overdoing it. That's overkill. I can see a fatal four-way. Maybe an elimination fatal four-way, and Seth takes the first pin and he gets eliminated, which leaves then John Cena and Cody. Roman comes out and screws CM Punk, and that's how you get the CM Punk and Roman Reigns rivalry kicked off. Because Roman's like, what the fuck you came out here and did this for him for? Like, why the fuck you do this for me? And Roman spears CM Punk and takes CM Punk out, and that's then how you get the Rock come out and screw Cody Rhodes. And then that's how Roman and Rock kind of also, Roman's walking to the back, and the Rock comes out. And they kind of stare at each other. And Rock walks past Roman, and Roman's like, you know what? Fuck this dude. And Cena wins. If you think Cena should win. But to sit there and say Cena should be champion and you have no other alternative, that it cannot be Cena and Cody one on one. There's gotta be more to this shit. I think it will be Seth and Punk added to that match. I think Seth wins the triple threat match night 1, gets added to the main event on night 2, and then CM Punk cashes in a favor, and that's how we get the Fatal 4-Way. And then we get a Fatal 4-Way at WrestleMania Night 2. Cena still wins. I think Cena still wins because The Rock is going to school Cody. But the way, like I said, the problem that I have with this build for WrestleMania is that we know where we're going. It still feels like, bro, kick it into a fucking gear. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Perfect fucking example. Perfect fucking example. Bayley versus Raquel Rodriguez last night. I have been on this podcast for weeks saying Bayley needs to be Laura Van Vancouria. She needs to take the Intercontinental Championship into WrestleMania and fight Roxanne Perez. I almost got it last night, but instead they gave it to Raquel Rodriguez, and Raquel is going to wrestle Laura Van Vancouria for the Intercontinental Championship. That's fucking stupid, and I don't like it. One reason, there's no way in hell you hear the Garden that fucking silent for a match. Now y'all got people questioning Bayley's greatness. That's how bad that shit was. People are like, well, Bayley just don't have it no more. What the fuck are you talking about? Are you fucking serious? Bayley, she don't have it no more? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. People was really questioning Bayley. Like, that's how bad that shit was last night. You had people sitting there trying to tell me that Bayley has no aura no more. She just doesn't have it anymore. Bitches, you stupid? Were you not around when she won that title at WrestleMania 40? Did you not see the crowd lose their shit over her? What she's been doing with Roxanne Perez the last couple of weeks? What the fuck are y'all talking about? That was stupid as fuck. It was very dumb. I don't know why they did it. Roxanne Raquel Rodriguez already has a fucking top. This is my thing. This is why I fucking despise this shit. There is no way in fucking hell you see Raquel Rodriguez have 2 titles and you don't think that's a fuck up somewhere. She should not be competing for the fucking Intercontinental Championship. This is stupid as fuck. The only way this makes even logical sense, and she's not gonna win. She's not beating Laura Vancaria. She's not. That would be just the dumbest fucking thing WWE Triple H's done in his creative time. That just so fucking stupid. But even playing with that shit, I got a problem with it. Take the belt off of Laura, put it on Bayley, let Bayley go into WrestleMania against Roxanne, let Roxanne beat Bayley. Now you have a workhorse champion that could get that belt over. Done. Done. What are we doing? And then on top of that, Roxanne will bring other women possibly from NXT to wrestle her, which you don't have to work that fucking hard on. Let's imagine Roxanne wins the belt at WrestleMania. Her first opponent is Cora Jade or Jordan Grace. Her and Jordan Grace, WrestleMania night after WrestleMania, fuck that. Becky Lynch. Let's say Becky comes back at WrestleMania the night after WrestleMania, Raw after WrestleMania. Becky Lynch pops up, and that's her first match for the. That title already becomes prestigious. Right there, boom, her title reign is already boom made. But it's shit like that. You cannot be this goddamn stupid. I do not like when a champion already gets another fucking title match. It's just so fucking stupid. Like, who the fuck is Braun Breaker wrestling at WrestleMania now? Penta's going to team up with his brother Ray Phoenix. I clearly understand that WWE did not expect Ray Phoenix to get released this fucking fast with no pushback, no 90 days, no nothing. He's released from AEW. Great. I'm happy for Ray Phoenix. He deserved to get the fuck out that deal. Like I said, I'll talk about AEW in a minute. But they are now having to now switch all their plans for whatever the fuck they thought it was going to be to now, okay, Ray Phoenix got a team with his brother Penta. And they've already started this storyline up where Chad Gable and a New Day are going to probably team up to go against Rey Mysterio. And I'm assuming they're going to take out some people from the LWO. So Rey Mysterio is going to have to turn to Penta and Ray Phoenix. And if that is the case, Penta's out of the conversation for Intercontinental Championship right now. Okay. I have been saying for weeks that Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio clearly is going to be the direction for WrestleMania. Why do I say that? Because of what the fuck happened last night. Finn Balor is now wrestling Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship next week. What's the point? What is the point? So you're pretty much already saying Finn is not going for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. So what the fuck do you do with Braun Breaker? You can give him Sheamus again? Which Sheamus hasn't even been on TV in the last week or so. What do you do with? What did we do? Ludwig Kaiser's also lost to Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker, you gonna let Ludwig Kaiser beat Penta 1-on-1 next week? It could happen. It could work. I wouldn't be surprised about it. But at the same time, that'd be very fucking stupid if you got Penta being undefeated right now. That's a risk you're willing to take. Then if you're willing to take that risk, then take the risk. Take the risk. But who does Braun Breaker wrestle at WrestleMania? Because now Logan Paul and AJ Styles are clearly the direction you're going in. That's gonna be a one-on-one match, I'm assuming. Or do you just say fuck it, put Braun Breaker in that beef, and it'd be a triple threat? Oh my god, another triple threat match. Oh god almighty, I just realized that shit. Who does Braun Breaker wrestle at WrestleMania? Is it Ludwig Kaiser? Is it Sheamus? Do you just put AJ Styles and Logan Paul and Braun Breaker, like I've been saying, a ladder match? Do you just make it like a fatal 5-way ladder match? Is that the play? Because I truly do believe that Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio is heading to a WrestleMania match. Braun's gonna lose next week. Dominic Mysterio is gonna feel like, well, damn, I gave you that opportunity and you failed. And I know people are gonna be like, well, Brandon, it's too soon to take them out of this. No, because it's not too soon. You need to speed this fucking storyline up. Finn is clearly on his way out of Judgment Day. That is clear. We need to speed this shit up. We need to speed this shit up. Who does Braun wrestle at WrestleMania? Who does Braun wrestle at WrestleMania? Fuck that. Who does LA Knight wrestle at WrestleMania? He just won a US Championship back. Shinsuke is not getting that belt back. I think Shinsuke is done with WWE. I think Shinsuke is done with wrestling. So who LA Knight's fighting at WrestleMania? Is it The Miz? I hope not. That's stupid. I have been said this. The dumbest direction that they can go. It may be, and again, oh my God, don't do this. But it seems like it's going to be Drew and Damian Priest. But I've been said this, and I'm going to say it again. I've said this once, and I'll say it again. Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre one-on-one is cool, but not for WrestleMania. It's cool, but it's not for WrestleMania. That's just stupid, and it's lazy fucking booking. It's no shot to Damian Priest, but I've been said this. If I was for somebody that held down your company during the summer, when you had no Roman Reigns and no Seth Rollins, for Drew McIntyre to hold down your company for a fucking summer, and you're repaying him with a match against fucking Damian Priest, bro. Like, come on, man. There's got to be more to that. It's got to. I'm tired of these multi-man matches, my goddamn self. But sometimes it just fucking fits. In this right now, what the fuck is the direction for Braun Breaker going into WrestleMania? Does he not even have a WrestleMania match? What's the direction for LA Knight? Does he not have a WrestleMania match? It seems like they don't even have matches for these dudes. And they're running out of time. And it doesn't seem like they have an idea of what the fuck they're doing. Now, LA Knight can have Aleister Black come out of nowhere and he can wrestle him, which I would be all down for. That would be great. And now, if that's how you want to move, great, do it. But again, what do you do for Braun Breaker? Because Braun Breaker doesn't have an opponent. Or, I don't know his recovery time. I don't know his recovery time. What if Braun Breaker's opponent isn't there yet? What if Braun Breaker's opponent is Bronson Reed? Somebody we haven't seen in a minute. Somebody who, before he left, was on a fucking tear. He got injured in a fucking War Games match where he was teaming up with the fucking Bloodline versus the OG Bloodline. What if Bronson Reed, and like again, I don't know, he had surgery in November. I don't really know when his timetable is, when he's coming back. Ilya Dragunov and Braun Breaker, which they had a Club of Classic match before he got hurt. There's two wrestlers that can definitely benefit from going to WrestleMania right out the gate. Ilya Dragunov, somebody nobody's really talking about, by the way. Nobody's really talking about Ilya Dragunov. What if Ilya Dragunov is Braun Breaker's opponent at WrestleMania? Now, I don't think you should do the formula of having too many people just pop up at the last second. That would be stupid. It's like you're wasting our time, and we need something. We need something. But yeah, like I think Brian's opponent is not even in the company yet, back in the ring yet. It may be Ilya Dragunov. I know he was at the performance center, kind of getting, checking and seeing if he was okay. He's been out since what, October? Be- Before Bad Blood, like he was out fuck around King of the Ring. Yeah, he got injured like early April, late last year. He got injured maybe like July, August, September. I think he should be ready. Bryson Reed the same, like November, December, January. I know he tore his. I think he broke his ankle. I think he broke his ankle. Ilya Dragunov, I think, tore his ACL, MCL. That's like a yearly thing. So yeah, he's gonna take a minute. But yeah, I don't know who Brian Breaker fights at WrestleMania because it's starting to now. You're now thinning out the herd. AJ and Logan is gonna have that match. Dominic and Finn are gonna wrestle at some point at WrestleMania. I think it's gonna be at WrestleMania. Penta is gonna team with his brother Ray Phoenix and Rey Mysterio. The only people you could give it to is Sheamus, Leuven, Kaiser, and we've already seen Brian beat Sheamus clean, and he's beat Leuven Kaiser clean. What the fuck are the directions? Where do you go for Brian Breaker outside of maybe bringing somebody back or somebody we just haven't seen? And I feel like Aleister Black may get LA Knight at Smack on, or maybe you do bring back Aleister Black on Monday Night Raw, which is stupid when his wife is on SmackDown. That doesn't make any fucking sense. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This is why I also felt like you should have just moved some people. I felt like you should have moved Andrade to Raw. Because if him and Braun Breaker first at WrestleMania, that would be way fucking better. Or Santos Escobar. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. The storylines that WrestleMania 41 is trying to create, it sucks. It sucks. I have been very vocal and have said this numerous times. What the fuck is this storyline with Charlotte and Tiffany? I hate this fucking storyline. I hate it. I hate the storyline. I hate the storyline because you're trying to make Tiffany the sympathetic face. Like she can't handle Charlotte. Like Charlotte is just this overpowering force that nobody can stop. And instead of you actually just building this storyline as like Tiffany being like, I'm the younger you. I'm quicker than you. I'm faster than you. I'm better than you. This company moved on a year and a half. You were not here for a year and a half. You know what happened? Other people stepped up. This women's division started having new stars. Look at what we done in NXT. Look at what we're doing in NXT. Look at what we, and that was all because you weren't here. You got left you got left in the back, and we all became superstars without you. And I'm just a prime example. I'm just the one at the top of the mountain. Instead of them selling it like that, they're selling it as, oh, she's such a sympathetic heel. She's such a sympathetic hit. She's such a sympathetic face. It doesn't work like that. Tiffany needs to be on Charlotte's fucking level. Like I said this last week and I'll say it again. What they're trying to do with Jey Uso, they should be doing that shit with Tiffany. Which is like Charlotte should not be leaving every fucking week with her hand up like I'm whooping your ass, you have no chance. That is stupid. You're building a terrible fucking storyline. It's fucking stupid. It sucks. And it's just like, bro, well, just put the fucking belt on Charlotte, bro. Because it feels like that's what the fuck you're trying to do. What you should be doing with the Gunther and Jey Uso storyline, you're doing that with the Charlotte and Tiffany storyline, and it's fucking stupid. If Gunther's gonna beat the shit out of Jey, beat the shit out of Jey. Leave this motherfucker battered and bruised. By the time he gets to WrestleMania 41, he should have fucking bandages on his chest, fucking a wrap around his ribs. He should be fucking damn near in a hospital every week. Do that shit. Beat his ass, whoop his ass, and pillar the post. Do it. You said you're gonna put this man through 10 weeks of hell. All you have done is choked his ass out. That's it. I expected a fucking mugging at some point. I expect you to lead that nigga like John Cena left Cody Rhodes in the ring. Beat his ass. Whoop his ass from pillar to post. Kill the yeet move. I don't want to see Jay on the TV for at least 2 weeks. I want you to whoop his ass so bad that I don't see him till WrestleMania. If we gonna do this, do this. If we gonna do this, do this. Whoop his ass. Beat his ass for pillar to post. This WrestleMania build has sucked. And 1 week does not change that. The only good storyline that they fucking have is Io, Bianca, and Rhea. And that isn't even made official yet to be a triple threat match. You know why that storyline actually makes sense? And I still don't like that fucking story. I don't like that fucking story. I don't like triple threat fucking matches, but I will accept it because it's for the fucking title. This shit is stupid. The WrestleMania 41 build has sucked. Every title match feels like it's a fucking dud. It feels like a fucking dud, man. Like I said, again, again, man, y'all can sit there, y'all can sit there all day. And like I said this numerous times and I'll say it again. Y'all can sit there all day on social media, even when this comes out, I'm gonna post it, I'm gonna show it, I'm gonna post it. Y'all can sit there and tell me, but John Cena turned heel. It's a great story. No, the fuck it's not. Because again, we have to get to the match. And the match itself is probably gonna suck. Because I have not seen John Cena wrestle in a fucking year. In a fucking year. You coming in for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, taking rest periods, does not, that doesn't constitute as a fucking professional wrestling match. That's why they gave him them easy ass matches to get his body back right. But until you get in the ring and actually go 30 minutes non-stop against a high performer like Cody Rhodes, I don't want to hear that shit. There's got to be more to this story than just it's going to be John Cena versus Cody. The Rock wants the odds stacked against Cody. Having John Cena fight Cody in a one-on-one match doesn't make fucking sense. It just doesn't. Oh, Brandon, he's gonna do what he did last year. He's gonna have a bloodlines rule type match. I saw that last year. I don't want to see it again. They beat that concept to death already. You had a bloodlines rules match. You had a bloodlines rule match at WrestleMania 40, and night two and night one. And you had a bloodlines rules match at SummerSlam. And you kind of had a bloodlines rules match in a tribal court, in tribal combat, and then you had. I'm sick of the shit. There's got to be more to the story. It's got to be. It's got to be. I too believe they're gonna have a triple threat match. I can't avoid it no more. They're gonna have it, but there got to be a rule. There got to be a stipulation. It's got to. Just y'all three fighting for no reason because it's still no reason. Oh, I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't like him. I don't like him either. I don't like you and him. It's got to be more. It's got to be fucking more, man. It's got to, man. I think it'll be a fatal four way. I think CM Punk's gonna cash in that favor. I think Seth wins the triple threat match. Seth cashes in, and CM Punk cashes in his favor. Roman comes, Seth gets screwed. CM Punk pins Seth and eliminates him and eliminate. I think it's a fatal four way elimination. I think Punk pins Seth. Seth gets eliminated. Punk then gets taken out by Roman. Roman leaves because Roman is pissed off that Paul Heyman used that. That was the favor that Punk gets into a title match before he did, which causes tensions between them. Yeah, yeah, there's got to be more. There's got to be. You cannot tell me Cena versus Cody, and that's just it. It's got to be more. It's got to be more, man. It's got to, man. It's got to, man. I think it's a fatal four way. I think it's gonna end up in a fatal four way elimination match. I think Seth versus CM Punk versus John Cena versus Cody. Cody does not walk out of WrestleMania champion. I know people are gonna say, "Why elimination?" Because you don't want Cena just to lose on a technicality. You want a clear cut winner. But at the same time, You want as much drama and anticipation as you could fucking get. I think you get WrestleMania 16 just done better. I think you get WrestleMania 16 just done better. That's what I think. If you remember WrestleMania 16, and here's the thing, they're not gonna be every McMahon at the fucking, at the four corners for these fucking people. No, but I do think it's gonna be a 4-way elimination match, and I think that, like I said, Seth Rollins gets eliminated first because he already won at WrestleMania night one. Why the fuck he needs to win two? And again, you saying that he kept saying this is going to be a bigger fucking WrestleMania than the last year's one. I need to know what the fuck is so big about this WrestleMania. Outside of the names, what is actually big about this WrestleMania? Because the build has sucked. There's got to be something, something coming. Because you cannot sit here and tell me that this is it. This is it? This is all we got? Is it? You can't sit up here and tell me that. Cody versus Cena, a heel Cena. Like I said last week, it was great to see it. Whoop de fucking do. But let's be 100. There's got to be more coming. There's got to. There's got to. You're gonna have a triple threat match for no stakes? The fuck? You're gonna have a triple threat match for no stakes? The fuck? That's stupid. Yeah, this WrestleMania bill sucks. WrestleMania fucking sucks, dude. Speaking of something that sucks, that main event at AEW's Revolution. Oh my god, that fucking main event made me question wrestling for a second. I actually had to question just how much of a wrestling fan I truly am. I was just sitting there like, oh shit, this shit sucks. Oh my god. Let me start with the positive. I love the opening match, MJF and Adam Hangman Page. Here's the thing, AEW Revolution. The matches that we thought would be great was great. MJF and Adam Hangman Page, Swerve and Ricochet is my match of the night. I'm not gonna sit up here. I've been debating this for 48 hours. That's match of the night. Listen. I'm all for the blood and the. If we talking about match, Ricochet and Swerve. If we talking about presentation and storylines playing out, Tony Storm and Mariah May, it's not even close. We're not even. Those are the two best fucking matches they had all night. Truly, the storyline of Mariah May and Tony Storm finally playing out, and it was that fucking violent and that fucking good. Brutal is not even a word for that match. That was incredible, and each one of those women, standing ovation. Like that shit was incredible. Swerve and Ricochet, I got almost choked up. I'm not gonna lie. I kinda got choked up when Swerve get rolled back to Prince Nana. I was like, oh shit, bro, like what the fuck, mate? Like I, I got emotional. I was like, man, what the fuck? Hey man, look here, bro. Hey dog, it's just a roll, my nigga. What the fuck are we doing? I got emotional. I was like, yo, that's just a roll, bro. What we doing here, bro? Like, what the fuck we doing? I like the steel cage match between Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher. It was awesome. It just the purpose of a steel cage is to keep people out. The moment you started to have Mark Davis come down with a fucking bowl cutter and cut the fucking cage door open just to put fucking more weapons in the fucking put weapons in the cage, which was fucking stupid. The cage is a weapon. Look how Monday Night Raw used the cage, and look how fucking AEW used the cage. It's fucking stupid. I don't need you to go fucking hardcore Holly on. I don't need ECW every fucking match, bro. Tony Khan needs to stop this shit. He thinks he's fucking ECW. Bro, we don't need ECW. We had ECW. It was great. when it was there. But I don't need your company to turn into fucking extreme championship wrestling, motherfucker. Not every match needs blood and fucking barbed wire and fucking a fucking exploding eyeball. Like, we don't need that shit. That's why you suck at weekly television, because you think everybody needs to do these crazy ass stunts. That shit's stupid and it won't work. I already had ECW when I was a child. It was awesome. It was great. I'm 31 years old, dude. I do not need to see that much blood in two of the most. And here's the thing: the steel cage match didn't really need to be that fucking bloody, bro. I know people gonna say that. Well, Brandon, Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher is a blood feud. No, bitch. CM Punk and Seth Rollins, that's a blood feud. Them motherfuckers have not liked each other for a decade. Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher have been tag team partners for a very long time. They just stopped. They just started not liking each other. What, a year ago? When Kyle Fletcher decided to team up with Don Callis? Oh wow, that's a blood feud if I've never seen one. Oh my god. Sure. That fucking Spanish fly from the top rope, from the top of the cage. I don't know how the fuck Will Ospreay didn't break his fucking hip. I'm gonna be honest. He was limping afterwards. I don't know how the fuck he didn't break his fucking hip. The adrenaline was pumping. I get that, but as soon as that match ended, you saw him immediately start limping. He started limping. That motherfucker was like, "Oh shit!" Yo, that fucking, ooh, the shit, man. Yeah, that was scary. That was a scary moment. Even last night when Seth Rollins and CM Punk was on the cage and he suplexed him back into the cage. I'm like, man. I'm like, bro, I don't want to see nobody die. Like I'm not into that's different wrestling. I don't want to see nobody die, bro. Like that is, I want y'all to make it home to y'all families, bro. Like what the fuck are y'all doing? It don't take all that. But yeah, man, he landed on his. I'm shocked that his shit didn't break. I'm shocked his hip didn't fucking pop, just fucking cave in. Like his shit. Oh, that boy landed on that hole. I said, ooh, ooh, that shit hurt me. That shit hurt me. Oh, that shit hurt, bro. Um, there was two nothing matches on this fucking card. You could have kept that shit. You could have put that shit on this Wednesday for Dynamite, bro. What the Hurt Syndicate and the Outrunners and the fucking Okada and Brody King match. Yeah, you could have did that shit for Dynamite. You could have did that shit for Dynamite. There was no need for you to have this match. Those two matches on the card. I love Mercedes, but she's another one. Her matches need to cook. Like it needs 15, 20 minutes because the first 5, 10, it's like they're trying to do everything in one fucking move. And it's like it just takes fucking forever. Her matches need to be 15, 20, 30 minutes. The problem with that is that the crowd is so quiet the first 5, 5, 10, 15 minutes of the match. It's just like, can you speed this shit up? Because I got shit to do. It's like, I love Mercedes, but it's just like, we all know where this is headed. She's trying to, they're going to keep that belt on her until she breaks Jade Cargill's record. They was even, and this was really pissing me off watching this match. Oh my God, she's the greatest CBS champion of all time. Oh my God, she's the greatest CBS champion of all time. Well, she's the greatest CBS champion of all time. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Oh my God, that shit pissed me the fuck off. I don't know who the fuck that was. That Nigel McGuinness? They really have failed a lot. A lot of people that left WWE outside of maybe Tony Storm and Swerve, who really got popping in AEW. Outside of maybe them two, most of the people that was really being used in WWE, like for real, they ain't done shit. They ain't done shit since they went to AEW. Nigel McGuinness is one of them. It's ridiculous to hear him talk now. He used to be one of the best commentators on NXT, and now it just feels like he's a fucking flag toter. Shut the fuck up. God almighty, shut up. She's the greatest. She's the greatest TBS champion of all time. She's the greatest TBS champion of all time. How could you not love her? Oh my god, I wanted to fuck cut my ears off. Um, that match could have not been on the card. You could have used that shit. You could have did that shit for Dynamite too. You could have had 3 title matches on Dynamite. At least we would have tuned in to watch. Cut the fucking card down, bro. By the way, that AEW 0 hour, can we please just get rid of it? That shit is disrespectful to wrestling. That shit is so disrespectful to wrestling. I'm like, bro, this shit sucks. Oh my god. Oh good god almighty. That shit sucked. That shit was fucking terrible. Oh my god. But yeah, the Mercedes match, the Hurt Syndicate match, and the fucking Okada match, you could have kept that shit off the pay per view. We did not need those matches. We didn't. I get it. Mercedes was at home in Los Angeles. Cool, whatever. I will let you have that. But the Hurt Syndicate and the fucking Okada match, you could have kept that shit off the fucking card. Why are we doing these matches? What's the point? Could have had them bitches on Dynamite and we've been good. The fuck was the point of those matches? If you would have never put those matches on this card, I would love this pay per view. I would have loved it. I would have absolutely loved it. Like I said, MJF and Hangman Page, fucking incredible. Tony Storm and Mariah May, chef kiss. Fucking Fletcher and Osprey. Osprey's one of the best wrestlers in the fucking world. There's nobody that's touching him outside of maybe Gunther. Nobody's touching him. Great fucking match. Ricochet and Swerve, incredible fucking story in match. Just don't let Ricochet talk. God Almighty, please don't let Ricochet talk. Don't let that nigga talk. Um, Omega and Takeshita, fucking incredible. Hell yeah. For 9 matches, 3 of the matches were just fucking complete and utter duds. And one of them, I could do with or without the match being on the card. The main event of AEW's Revolution fucking sucked. It fucking sucked. I'm talking about Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe, Backlash, 2018 sucked. Like it, like, 2018 sucked. Oh my god, that shit sucked. It was bad. Like in which I just said, like I was gonna talk about this, but now I'm here. I just said it. WWE guys that were major players in WWE have fucking sucked in AEW. I don't want to say suck. I just feel like they got what they wanted, which is creative control. They got exactly what they wanted. They got exactly what they wanted. They thought that they knew the show better than Vince or Triple H. They thought they knew the show better. And I'm not gonna sit up here and act like Vince McMahon is a great fucking mind for wrestling because he fucking sucked. He couldn't see Tony Storm, and you saw that. You saw Swerve, and then you saw Adam Cole. Well, Adam Cole's not having a great time in AEW right now. But you had certain people in AEW, bro, that left AEW because of Vince. I totally understand. But now that we have this new era of WWE versus AEW, we can honestly say this. And maybe I don't know. I just watch wrestling YouTube channels and blogs and all this other shit. I am pretty fucking sure. This is literally what I'm thinking in my head. That Adam Copeland, Edge, got told by Triple H, you could stay here in WWE, but you're gonna be putting over every single young talent until you retire. I'm pretty sure of it. Because look at how this shit looks with Adam Copeland in the AEW. He's only lost one time clean in a wrestling match 1-on-1. That was the Christian Cage. He's beaten every person he stepped in the ring with. Even makes it even worse that he did not take the pin or lose or take a submission that they had to give it to Christian Cage. You fucked over your own Money in the Bank concept because Adam Copeland did not want to take a pin or submit. That don't make no fucking sense. This Death Rider storyline angle fucking sucks. And we can finally put this shit to bed. Dean Ambrose is the third best Shield member in wrestling. It's over. When CM Punk said that shit, he was 100. Fuck it. When CM Punk said that shit, he was right on the fucking money. He was the third. He's the third best. He's the second best John I've ever been in the ring with, and he's always going to be the third best member of a team. He is 100% right. John Moxley is the third best Shield member. We can end this conversation. Seth is my favorite. I respect Roman a lot, but John Moxley has absolutely shattered his credibility in wrestling to me. He this storyline, and here's the thing, people, oh, Brandon, you just said that because, no, storylines make a character. Look at the Bloodline storyline for Roman Reigns. Before Roman had that Bloodline storyline, nobody gave a fuck about Roman. I know. You can't talk that way about the tribal chief now, but didn't I just not say it was that main event was Samoa Joe Roman Reigns bad, Backlash bad? There was a reason for that. Roman Reigns used to get booed the fuck out of buildings. Roman had no character, and you could clearly see the company trying to push him no matter what. If it wasn't for that Bloodline storyline, Roman Reigns would probably still be where he's at today, where he'd be the big dog for forever. That storyline made Roman Reigns one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. This storyline that John Moxley's in with the Death Riders has made me question. Maybe Vince wasn't as senile as I think he was. It's actually made me question. Maybe this motherfucker wasn't as senile as I thought he was. Because John Moxley is fucking horrible. This shit is fucking horrible. Like I said, I'm pretty sure Copeland got told by Triple H, you don't be putting over young talent until you retire. Which brings me to what I was about to say earlier. Look at the trajectories since WrestleMania 39. If Finn Balor, who by the way, everybody said Finn needed to win that match against Edge that night. He lost that Hell in a Cell match and ain't been right ever since. Here's the thing. Look at Extreme Rules in 2022. Look at that match in 2022 between Edge and Finn Balor. The Extreme Rules match, the I Quit match between them two. Who won that match? Finn Balor. That's before Vince McMahon walked his ass back into the company. We all now know WrestleMania 39, Vince McMahon was doing creative control around that time. Who got the win? Edge. Look at Finn's career since then. I said this earlier, also Austin Theory. Same thing. I thought it was the dumbest decision to put Austin Theory in the ring with John fucking Cena. It was stupid. John even told him, bro, you're never going to recover from this. No matter what happens, you're never going to recover from this. And guess what happened? He's never recovered from this. This is why I've said numerous times, y'all can continuously get on social media all day, cry, bitch, moan, complain, but Austin Theory has never and will never be the future of WWE. He would never be the future of WWE. Who the fuck told y'all that? If this was Vince, then yeah, maybe he would be. But let's be 100. Triple H had Austin Theory in NXT. He never fucking utilized him. You thought he was going to utilize him now? And he knew Vince loved him. Look at what Austin Theory is doing now. Now, here's the thing. Austin Theory is like 24, 25. Eventually, he's going to probably get to that point. But, bruh, I've said this numerous times. Put him and Grayson Waller back in NXT and they'll work. They'll work perfectly in NXT right now. Flip them for Fraxium, and you good. You good. John Moxley sucks. He sucks. He sucks right now. Not saying his entire career he sucked, but right now he sucks. This storyline sucks. It's fucking garbage. It's trash, and you need to get rid of it. The fact of the matter is, now I hear people like, "Oh man, Swerve's gonna win a belt." Swerve's not winning that belt. Swerve's not winning that belt. Swerve's not winning that belt. Wrestling logic tells me that Adam Copeland is going to get into that match. He didn't take the pin, and he didn't take the submission. His argument will be, well, John Moxley never really beat me. He beat Christian. He didn't beat me. Which would prompt Swerve to say, what, you think you tough now? You think you could beat me? And Swerve's going to put his number one contendership on the line. And Ricochet's going to screw him. And Copeland's going to get that match. Or you do make it a triple threat. You make it a three-way. And in the events, Ricochet's going to screw Swerve. And Copeland's still going to lose. So now you still got the fucking Death Rider storyline going. Because if you don't think you're going to get a third match between Ricochet and Swerve at some point, you haven't been watching wrestling long enough. And you desperately need to start watching it. Yeah. 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 Great matches at AEW Revolution. I'm not going to sit up here and act like it wasn't. But that ending, I've said this numerous times, is how you end shit. That ending was fucking horrible. And I thought I saw Sean Ross Sapp, uh, after the match was over, after the event was over. Oh man, it's such a great way to end the night. With Swerve jumping out the on off the out the fans and onto John Moxley and security. Oh man, that was such a great way to end the night. Are y'all all getting paid, bro? Are y'all getting paid by these companies? I know it's happening in music, but it's happening in wrestling too. What the fuck is going on? Like, all y'all motherfuckers just getting paid to be fucking robots? Like, what the fuck is going on? Crazy moment? Cool moment? But it doesn't take away from the fact that the match was a fucking dud. It fucking sucked. And like I said, that's great. Is Swerve really gonna fight for the title? Because I don't think he will. Because you're gonna have too many people telling y'all Swerve should win the belt. We didn't want Cope in this match. We didn't think Cope should be in this fucking match. But it is what it is. We kind of felt like if he won it, great, because then this Death Rider storyline fucking dies. But now you're gonna put Swerve in this situation, same situation. But we actually are going to riot if Swerve don't win this belt, because now, what the fuck do you do with this storyline? You're gonna really wait for Darby Allin to come back, really? If he comes back, praying that he does. But God Almighty, dude, like what the fuck are y'all doing? I promise you, AEW fans will fucking revolt if Swerve gets in that match and he fucking loses. You have to pull the trigger. That is why I don't think they are even going to tease it. They're not even gonna. I think Cope and Swerve are gonna fight at some point, and Cope is going to be Swerve because Ricochet is going to screw Swerve out of the number one contendership, and that is how we're gonna get Copeland, John Moxley, Swerve, and Ricochet. I don't know how to fuck. I don't know. You already fought for the number one contendership. I don't know what you can do with a Swerve and Ricochet. What you can't do a steel cage match because you just fucking had a steel cage match. So you can't do another steel cage match. They might come up with a concept. I don't know what they're gonna call it, but they're gonna come up with a concept. But yeah, maybe like their own take on a Hell in a Cell. Yeah, something. Because I'm just watching this shit and I'm like, Swerve is not getting a shot at it. I know what they said, but Cope is going to win. Cope is going to get the number one contendership. And he's going to fight John Moxley. I don't think because where the fuck does Cope go from here? He has no other alternative. He has to go back at John Moxley. It, yeah, yeah. I, Last but not least, before I get off of here, SmackDown needs to go back to 2 hours. This is just as simple as it can be. SmackDown needs to go back to 2 hours. I do not care about SmackDown. I've said this before. I thought the 3 hours format will work because it gives enough time to breathe with the stories and all this other shit. But now you're starting to see how thin SmackDown really is. I love the tag team division. The mid card, you have nothing. Compared to Raw, their mid card has nothing. And I've been said that. The SmackDown mid card kind of sucks. You gave the women a U.S. title, but you don't have enough women to compete for the U.S. title. And Cody's in a different storyline. And the only remote thing that I'm even interested in on SmackDown is Jacob Fatu. I don't even give a fuck about Solo. Jacob Fatu. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. SmackDown needs to go back 2 hours. This WrestleMania period cannot end fast enough. This shit needs to go back to 2 hours. This shit needs to go back to 2 hours. Even in the 2 hours, it wasn't enough. But at least 2 hours SmackDown would work. Because we get in, we get out. We don't have to see all the flaws that you have on SmackDown. But yeah, that is it. Of course, wrestling doesn't die because it doesn't die. Damn sure doesn't sleep. So I'll be back next week. I'll be back next week. Hopefully they figured out this WrestleMania gear. Hopefully being in a different country will fucking kick this WrestleMania shit into another stratosphere. If not, we're fucked. I'm getting ready for NXT tonight. Can't wait to see what's gonna happen with Julie and Stephanie. Moose and Oba, Hardys and Fraxium. Ooh, that shit gonna be good. Oh, that's gonna be a good fucking match. Jordan Grace and Roxanne. And hopefully this is the end of the Javon Evans and fucking Ethan Page fucking rivalry. God almighty. Please get that kid another fucking person. That shit sucks. But yeah. I see I tell you guys. I don't know why Trick's not on this show either. That's kind of stupid, but it also shows me how they are moving on from him. Uh, I get they're trying to make him now kind of like a heel, which is why I think they need to keep him in NXT a little while longer because they did the same shit with Roxanne last year. When she was turning heel, and you had to wait to get that character over to get her now on the main roster. So I think they're doing the same thing with Trick. I think you keep Trick there for another year, let him work the heel angle, be a heel now, and let's see what happens. I think he still gets the match and stand and deliver against Oba. I think Oba beats him, and that's when he goes full flash heel. But yeah. But I'll tell you guys next week about that. Until next time, I am Brandon Janeau. This is Wrestling Life. Peace.